Hey Slick Review fans, coming at you with another video. In this episode, we're checking out a brand new wallet from Andar. Hey everyone, so on this quick episode, what we're checking out is a brand new version of the Apollo wallet from Andar. They did this in collaboration with the Dixxon Clothing Company, which is also based out of Arizona, just like Andar is. And they teamed up and did this really cool new take on Andar's Apollo wallet. Now, we looked at this one along with the Ranger about 2 years ago at this point, and those wallets have been in my stable ever since. And I really like this version of the Apollo, and I was checking out Andar's website just because I wanted to see what they've been up to lately. And I saw this brand new collaboration, and the embossed design here on the front and back really caught my eye, and I wanted to check it out. So they sent it over here in this kind of camel tan. They also do it in black. Now, taking a look, if you're familiar with Andar's products and the Apollo wallet, a lot of this will be similar and familiar. So it's mostly this new design that's different. But in case you're not familiar, just a quick tour of some of the features of the Apollo and why I really like it as a wallet. So first is this kind of quick access card slot here on the front. Now, this is also on the Ranger, which is a wallet I really like as well, and I really like this feature by having your most accessed card right here on the front. You could put an ID or payment card, really whatever you want to put in here that you just want to get at easily, you could put that right in the front. Now, when you open it up, you get two card slots here on the inside. So you could put your kind of, your second and your third favorite card here on the inside. I have a couple payment cards there, and then there is an open slot for an ID window. And there's no thumb slider, there's no screen or anything, it's just open there. So you can put your ID in there, and it's nice and easy to get in and out. And they've got some nice tasteful company branding here, just kind of letting you know the collaboration. It's Andar and Dixxon there on the inside. Now, the money clip on the inside, in full transparency, this method of doing things is not my personal favorite. I really like how they've done it on the Ranger, where they have just a nice leather strap here on the side as a money clip. That's kind of what I prefer, but I get why they've done this, and it is kind of nice to have an ID window too, so you kind of have to pick which you like. But they've got the money clip here in the middle, and it's a kind of traditional. We've seen this done before, and we saw this on, the other version of the Apollo, but it's a spring-loaded clip here that you just put your bills right there. Now, me personally, while I've been testing this out here for the past few weeks, I'll just show you why I don't really prefer this way of doing it, is because, your first instinct is probably to put your bills in like that. Now, why I don't like that is because, one, I feel it's kind of messy. It's just kind of all over the place, and it blocks stuff. In this instance, it doesn't really block the payment cards. That's not really an issue, but it covers up the ID. Now, maybe that's not a bad thing because people can't glimpse at your information if you've got your wallet out, so that's kind of nice, I guess. But just me personally, again, it just feels kind of messy. I just don't really like it. I think that's why I prefer the implementation of the Ranger, but that's just personal preference. But what I've found in the past couple weeks here while I've been testing it, what I've liked doing to where it's not really a big issue, is I fold the bills in half before putting them in the clip. And that, I think, pretty much solves that issue. Then you can get at your ID a little bit easier, and it just kind of looks a little bit more tidy to me. On a side note, I wonder if they would consider maybe opening up one of the slots here and putting cash in there instead, which is kind of what they've done with other cards. So on the, I'll call it the back, so on the ID window side, there's a slit here where you can put additional cards, and it's controlled with this kind of elastic tab. I do like that it's elastic as opposed to like fabric. I've seen wallets, like this before, where they have this kind of slit that you can pull your cards up like that. But what's kind of interesting is that other kind of more inexpensive ways of doing it is it's just a piece of fabric. So it pulls your cards up the same, but then the tab will stay like that until you push your cards in, and it'll push that, fabric tab back in there. This is just elastic, so it just snaps back into place, which I think is just kind of a neater, cleaner way of doing it. So I've got 4 cards up here just because that's all I feel I need to carry with me every day, but you can put up to 6 in this slot, and then you've got your ID window, and then 1, 2, 3 more slots. So in total, this is made for up to 10 cards. And I think if you're looking for kind of a minimalist, to me this is a front pocket wallet. I think it's pretty easy to slim down to just that many. If you need a lot more stuff than that, then something like this probably isn't what you're looking for. So that's really all of the features of the wallet. It's pretty simple, straightforward, to the point. But I think one of the coolest things about this wallet, and why it caught my eye in particular, is just kind of this cool, funky, it's almost like an old school Sailor Jerry kind of thing. That's what it reminds me of anyway, is like old school, 20th century sailor tattoos and stuff like that is kind of what comes to mind when I look at this stuff. And I think that's why typically my main everyday carry wallet is my Burberry wallet that I looked at quite a few years ago at this point. That is still kind of my everyday wallet. But I've kept my Apollo and my Ranger wallets kind of in my stable. I do go to the Ranger more often just because I like that money clip implementation a little bit better. But what kind of drew me to this one is this funky design. And I think that's why, even though I don't personally prefer this money clip implementation, I think this is going to stay my daily driver for the foreseeable future here. I might put the Burberry in a box and rock this one. And that's really just because I really dig this design. And I don't know, I guess, exactly why, but it just kind of appeals to me. I think it looks really cool. I like the camel tan color. And then just the layout of the wallet otherwise, with this quick access card slot up front. And then the other two are just real easy to get at. It's just easy to use, and I think it looks really cool. So that's the new updated Apollo wallet from Andar in collaboration with the Dixxon Clothing Company. So really cool, check it out. The link is down in the description. There is an exclusive discount code that you can use there as well. What I want to know from you all is, what do you think about this new wallet? What other cool designs could Andar think about doing? I would really like them to see if they could do more embossed designs like this. It doesn't even have to be a collaboration with anyone, but just more cool, funky stuff like this. Put more designs on the wallets. I think that would be really cool. What I want to know from you all is, what do you think? What should Andar come out with? Are there any companies that would make sense for them to collaborate with? Let everybody know down in the comments what you think. But if you have any other comments or questions, please leave them down below. I like to hear from you all. And if you'd like to get in touch, my social media links are down in the description as well. And last, before we go, if you enjoy straightforward, to the point content like this, where we find great deals online from well-known and upcoming brands, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy and free ways to help support the channel. But that's all I've got for you this time, y'all. I'm Zach, this is Slick Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video.
This review was completed following several weeks with a product sample provided by the manufacturer. No compensation was provided, and the manufacturer had no editorial input, early preview, or copy approval. To see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel.